This week's edition of Poke Nation comes from you courtside. We're going to be here all night long with McNeese, see if they can wrap up their second individual solo conference championship. First time they will have done that since 2002. Heath Schroyer, Jim Gazzolo, Coach, I guess the big question for you is, how exciting is it for you to see this kind of play out?
It's awesome. I mean, it's a huge night, and especially coming here as a basketball coach years ago and seeing, we were here before this building was ever here.
Yes.
And to see where this program is now and where Coach Wade has taken it, it's hard to put it in words. It's an amazing feeling.
National attention.
Yep.
A lot of branding, a lot of things going on here. Hosting the tournament again. You will be on national TV at Stephen F. Austin in the season finale. McNeese State University will get possibly, if you win out, 4 straight games on national TV.
It's awesome. I mean, when would that ever have occurred before?
Ever been talked about.
I mean, it's.
Then really if you win the first round of the NCAA tournament, you get 5.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's a lot of basketball to be played.
Sure.
But it is great to see where, like I said earlier, where this program is at, but more importantly, where it's headed. Coach has just taken this thing and ran with it. And our community is behind it. I mean, we've sold this thing out the last 4 games again.
Expect a big crowd tonight.
Yeah, it's just, again, it's just really special to see how far we've come.
Okay, one of the things is now your women's basketball team had a huge win on Saturday.
Yeah.
They are, as of right now in the tournament, as the 8th seed. They hold the tiebreaker. Interesting time for them because them and Corpus Christi both have 3 games left. Both play UNO, but both play the top 3 teams.
Yeah.
So this is one time where the schedule did not affect. But next year going in, you want a 22-game schedule, right?
Yes. And right now it looks like we're going to have 22 games. I mean, I think it's ridiculous if we don't. So you can have a clear champion, and it gives everyone another Division I home game. All of us struggle to have Division I home games, so this gives another one to everybody in our league. But I mean, I'm really hopeful that our women can hold this thing together and get into the tournament. The way they played on Saturday, I mean, that's the team that we were expecting all year. So hopefully we found the right rhythm and hopefully found it in the right time.
But the 20, I want to ask you this, there's going to be teams, especially jockeying on the men's side.
Yeah.
They're going to have some real complaints about the schedule because of where they're seated.
That's right.
I mean, your seeding may be determined by who you had to play.
Yeah.
Not down the stretch, but overall the whole year.
100%. And again, I was a big proponent of having 22 games this year. A lot of people fought me on it because the amount of guarantee games and things like that a lot of teams in our league have to play. But at the end of the day, you can't get, to have a true seeded tournament, it's a lot easier when everyone plays everybody twice.
Yeah.
It's just pretty simple.
It makes it simple.
That's right.
It allows you that extra home game for everybody. Now, some people say they're money games, but you still have enough time to make money games.
Yeah,
you should.
I think so, and then I also think you can play in late December, the first 2 games in league. I mean, there's ways to do it.
Yeah.
I think we need to be creative and do it. I also think we should have more than 1 game on linear ESPN. Again, that's, as our league grows. But I will tell you this, Jim, you think about, I've heard this from fans, which is crazy that we're actually complaining about, the difference or how much we win by now, right, instead. So, but like last year, our league was 29th out of 32. This year, it's 21st in the Ken Palm. So our league has gotten a lot better, and I'd like to say that obviously Will Wade and what we've done with basketball has helped elevate the league.
Also, if it's not just basketball, baseball goes into the 2nd or 3rd week of the season with a 50-26 record nationally.
Yeah.
That is an amazing stat. You're 5-1.
Yeah.
Played Wichita State and Oakland. Wichita State, a really good program.
Really good program.
Oakland is a growing program, but to be 5-1, your women are 10-4. Off to a tremendous start in the spring sports.
I mean, hats off to Coach Hill and Coach Langino. I mean, they both do a great job. They run great programs. They're very different, as we've said on this show before. But I'm excited about our spring sports. I really am. And, you know, we started beach volleyball a year ago and won two matches last year. We've already won 2.
Yeah.
You know, so we're getting better, and our program as a department is growing and getting better. But our spring sports are led by baseball and softball, and I'm really excited about where those programs are
And
at.
beach volleyball playing in 30-degree weather. Not exactly ideal
I know.
beach volleyball weather.
No doubt about it. No
Did
doubt.
you give them at least different clothes to wear? I'm going to kill those women.
I'll have to ask John Limke. He oversees he's a sports administrator for beach volleyball. But they open up this weekend as well. Here we have a tournament. So it's busy. It's a busy time for us.
And also, tonight's about men's basketball, though.
100%.
A chance to cut down the nets at home. Also a chance to do it for the first time when you want to do it in 2 weeks again, too.
No doubt.
The 2 regular season championships in a row. What does that say about where this program has all of a sudden become? And you look at the 5th year, this could be a better program next year.
It could be. You know, I think that, again, it all starts with, you know, with people, right? You hire a really, really good coach who puts a great staff together and who, you know, can accumulate and manage really good players. I mean, that's where we're at. And I'm excited, and our community is behind it. You know, I think now our community understands what basketball can do for a university this size.
Yeah.
It puts you on a national stage because the NCAA tournament, NCAA basketball, we're all competing for the one same championship. McNeese has a chance to win the national championship just like North Carolina does, right? So it's, or Louisville, like Louisville and McNeese are competing for the same championship.
Well, you see your name in a bracket today of Marquette.
Exactly
It's
right.
just a weird thing.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this plays out. We'll be here all night. Next up is Lynn Kennedy. Then the rest of the night will be dedicated to the men's team. We'll be here through all the ceremonies, through all the press conferences after that on Poke Nation.
Whether it's an injury case, a property case, or a business dispute, our lawyers are at the top of their game. Ask anyone who knows us. At Veron Bice, we don't enter popularity contests. The only ratings we care about are the verdicts we've obtained for our clients. Ask anyone who knows us.
Ever since I was young, I've known what I wanted to do. Sure, I had some guidance along the way. Thanks, Mom and Dad. But eventually, I had all I wanted. Family, career. It went by fast. Now I'm here. Retirement. And thanks to sound financial planning, it will be all I hoped for. And our children will have a secure legacy. For me, retirement is the next great chapter in my life.
Ferdinandson Financial Group. Let us help you make a plan.
Tell me how the day unfolds. Traffic fast or traffic slow. The feeling is so fine, I gotta say. You're everywhere, got you everywhere. Everywhere I roam. You're everywhere, got you everywhere. Everywhere I go. Whoa, go. Everywhere I go.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
New to Lake Charles, but not Louisiana, Mockler Beverage has been a leading Anheuser-Busch distributor for over 35 years. Known for an unwavering commitment to quality and service, we're excited to bring our excellence to Southwest Louisiana. Our exceptional portfolio of brands ensures we have the perfect beverage for every taste and occasion. Experience the Mockler difference, where every sip tells a story of excellence and satisfaction. Mockler Beverage, we serve Southwest Louisiana. For more information or to join the team, go to mocklerbeverage.com.
We're back on Poke Nation. Lynn Kennedy is our first guest, live courtside tonight.
Courtside, I know.
You have an actual studio audience, Coach.
A little background music doesn't hurt.
Nothing bad with the background music.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to Saturday, first of all.
Okay.
big game against Corpus Christi, really a win and you survive.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a play-in game for you guys, actually,
Pretty
or
much,
at least a stay-alive game.
Yeah.
When you see that, now you've beaten Corpus twice, you have the tiebreaker. When you see something like that, that was your best performance of the year, maybe.
Oh, yeah, by far. And really go back to the weekend before against UNO. I felt like that was a playoff game for us, too. We had to win that game. So, I mean, looking at both the must-wins, we're 2-0 in those games. Saturday, we definitely played our best basketball game the season, 4 quarters. Complete game. We've been
up
talking
20
about
points
that.
at one
yeah,
time.
up at 20. I think it's the first time we've swept Corpus since they've been in the Southland. But we've always talked about we've had 2 or 3 really good quarters and then 1 bad quarter. I felt like we had 4 really good quarters in that game.
Yeah, the only real quarter you had any trouble with was the third when they kind of crept in a little bit. But you didn't let that big run go.
No.
You kind of shut it down after 6 points.
Yeah, I think it was 5 or 6. And and give credit to our team. With them making that run in the third, we could have fallen apart. We had been in before games, but I felt like we stayed strong, we stayed together, and that was the key to that win. And then we put it together in the fourth and kind of extended our lead.
Okay, so looking at the next 3 games, you finish here a week from Tuesday.
Yeah.
At what time do you play that game?
It's at 1 o'clock
1 o'clock now.
1 o'clock.
Okay,
yeah.
so that you got that game on Mardi Gras Tuesday.
Yep.
That's UNO.
Yep.
They also play UNO.
Yes.
Then you play 2 and 3 in the league.
Yep.
They play 1 and 2. So it's
Yes.
very comparable schedule.
Yeah.
It's not like somebody doesn't really have a benefit.
Not really. I mean, they have all their games.
All their games are at home.
But we're on the road. But I felt like we played our better games on the road, except for Saturday's game. So I'm excited to see how the team responds again. We need to take the momentum and carry it over to Thursday and compete and see what happens, and then really take that momentum into Tuesday's game against UNO.
But one of the things you did was you shot the ball really well because you spaced out.
Yeah.
It seemed like you guys always shot within rhythm. Some of the times when you get into trouble, you're shooting too quick or trying to do something a little bit maybe you shouldn't do instead of staying within. Did you feel that way?
It's true. I think some of it is the chemistry we've had throughout the year, just not knowing who's healthy, who's going to be ready to play. But I felt like we were in rhythm. We had better spacing. We weren't thinking about the shots. We were just shooting them. And a lot of the time, especially on Friday, we came into practice. We were aggressive with our shooting. We ramped up our defense against our shooting, and I think that helped us going into Saturday's game because we didn't really think about it. We had good footwork. We had good release, and I felt like it was all in rhythm, like you said.
And one of the things that now it gives you the chance to, I know you've been saying for a while, it's really just about us.
Yeah.
But really, it really is now just about you guys.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, we've got to continue to play like we did it on Saturday, and it's got to be a team effort. Right now we don't have, one player that can step up and provide that 20 and 10. I mean, Yespes did it for us Saturday. Paris has been doing it before. She came back and gave us, it was like 10 minutes, but it was really quality 10 minutes for us. Key stepped up, Taya stepped up. So again, we need a team effort this week and then next Tuesday.
And Paris, will she get more minutes, do you see, or will that change?
Yeah,
or?
I think she was limited in that game, what we could do. You could tell a little bit, she hit her first 3, she was all fired up, but I was like, okay, we got to bring it back a little bit, keep her to that minutes, and now hopefully this week she can get some more minutes.
Yeah, she was getting frustrated probably not playing.
Yeah, she was.
That happens. But also another thing that happened that day is your defense kind of stayed together.
Yeah.
It didn't get lost because, like with SFA on Thursday night, you're going to see a lot of shooters.
Yeah.
A lot of shooters.
Yeah, probably more than UTRGV. I mean, they can all shoot it. They've been playing really well the last couple weeks, and they've got a post that can step out, and that's kind of been one of the things we've struggled with is getting out to the post. So we may change our lineup a little bit and see how we can play against them. And I liked our press, on Saturday. That helped us too to kind of establish tempo and rhythm, especially on the defensive end. But we got to do better on the blocking out, though. We allowed too many offensive rebounds against Corpus. If we can clean that up, I really feel like we got a chance this week in both these games.
What was the decision going into moving Yespes to kind of the 5 spot, but really the closeout on the press?
Corpus is so athletic at the post, and I do like our length at times in the post. But we felt like we wanted to go a little bit more athletic on the offensive end, and so that's why we used her. Was more on the offensive end, and I felt like she stepped up on the defensive end too. And and provided some good strength, down low, and especially on the rebounding.
Yeah, it really worked, especially closing out and getting points.
Yeah.
Making them pay for their press is really a big thing.
We had tried it against UNO a little bit, and we were successful, so we wanted to carry it over to this week. Yeah.
Well, right now you're in the playoffs
Yeah.
as the 8th seed. You've got 3 games to go.
Yep.
2 really tough ones, and then
Yep.
UNO again.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird because you could win on Tuesday and then have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some games we need to play well in, and in March, so you want a chance.
Yeah.
So we have a chance this year, and even with all of our injuries and all the ups and downs of this year, we have a chance. And we've been playoff mode for the last couple weeks, and so we carry that over to next week, and it could be a wait and see, next Wednesday when they play for Lamar.
Yeah. And then if they get in, they'll be in the tournament at home, and you get to be the tournament at home. That helps.
We'll see. We just one game at a time.
Lynn Kennedy's been our guest. When we come back, we'll do more on the men after this.
Whether it's an injury case, a property case, or a business dispute, our lawyers are at the top of their game. Ask anyone who knows us. At Veron Bice, we don't enter popularity contests. The only ratings we care about are the verdicts we've obtained for our clients. Ask anyone who knows us.
Ever since I was young, I've known what I wanted to do. Sure, I had some guidance along the way. Thanks, Mom and Dad. But eventually, I had all I wanted. Family, career. It went by fast. Now I'm here. Retirement. And thanks to sound financial planning, it will be all I hoped for. And our children will have a secure legacy. For me, retirement is the next great chapter in my life.
Ferdinandson Financial Group. Let us help you make a plan.
New to Lake Charles, but not Louisiana, Mockler Beverage has been a leading Anheuser-Busch distributor for over 35 years. Known for an unwavering commitment to quality and service, we're excited to bring our excellence to Southwest Louisiana. Our exceptional portfolio of brands ensures we have the perfect beverage for every taste and occasion. Experience the Mockler difference, where every sip tells a story of excellence and satisfaction. Mockler Beverage, we serve Southwest Louisiana. For more information or to join the team, go to mocklerbeverage.com.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
Good win, proud of our guys. I thought we got off to our transition defense was rough in the first half, particularly the first part. Second half, we did a good job making them play in the half court. That we got them to some inefficient spots, and we got our offense moving and offense clicking. So it's good to see. Anytime you put up 100 points is good. I thought our defensive effort was solid, and so we've been playing better the second half of the Corpus game, and then this game, I think we're making progress, and now we've got to finish it out here with a tough road trip.
You talked the other day about wanting to honor your seniors and do so with a win of the conference. Just what does it mean to do that today?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, guys, see the ovation Shumate got before and after the game. I mean, he deserves all of that. He stuck with us when there wasn't a whole lot to stick with. And all these guys have contributed to us being able to win at a really, really high level the last couple years, and just really, really appreciative of the players and them them choosing to be with us. You don't ever take that for granted. The managers that we honored, we had no managers when we showed up. Those guys are here at 5:36 in the morning. Just it takes a lot of people to make all this work, and just very, very appreciative, and our fan base, and we lead the league in attendance by like 2,000 a game, and not even a close second. So we don't take any of that for granted, and I'm really glad. It's very rare. Shumate was here for 3+ years. Like that's very rare in today's day and age. and for him to be able to close out with a great game, a double-double, that's fitting for him to go out with a double-double. He got a double-double, right?
Yeah.
Got the 10th rebound, yeah. It's fitting for him to go out like that, and so, just pretty cool night. Pretty cool night.
Last year, there was a lot more excitement about winning this. You guys still believe you have another one to win in 2 weeks and cut down nets, so you have more to do. But what does it mean to get 2 in a row? Something that has happened here in 23 years.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often in any league. So I'm most proud of our consistency. I'm not a big slogans guy. We don't have a bunch of slogans hanging around because I think a lot of that's just BS. But one thing I tell our guys all the time is, if I had a slogan, there'd be 2 of them. Chance favors the aggressor, which they all know, and then you never bet against consistent behavior. And I believe that, the best people in your life, the best stuff is always the most consistent stuff. And, I like that we've been extremely consistent, and that's what it takes to win regular season titles, is to be very, very consistent, and we've been that. And so I think that's the ultimate, the ultimate compliment you can pay anybody is they're consistent, they're reliable, they're dependable. And our guys have been that over the course of 2 years with different guys, and so it's hard to do. I think we've done it one other time in our program's history, and we're very we are excited about it. That was the first time some of these newcomers have ever cut down a net, have won much of anything. So I was happy for them. I enjoy just sitting back and watching them be excited. So that part of it is cool, and now we've got to finish strong here these last 2 weeks.
How do you keep the focus over the next 2 games? Obviously, I know you're very oriented in which rhythm.
Yeah, I think we prepare the same way every game, and we're not going to change our preparation. I think if the players sense that we're not changing anything, everything's the same. Look, Lamar's a big rivalry. I think we've already sold out 1 bus and working on a 2nd bus. We'll have a ton of people over there, and so, we need to get ready to go. It'll be a tournament style atmosphere at Lamar, and we need to be ready, and it'll be a good test for us. So we'll rest tomorrow and get back after it Wednesday and start preparing.
Still the end of the first half, last couple of ends of first half was kind of
been really poor. We got to get back to working on that. Really disappointing. I think we gave up an 11-2 run, maybe. Was that it?
Yeah.
11-2 run at
14-2.
the 14-2, yeah. Thanks for the clarification. But I appreciate you making sure we're accurate.
You want a consistency.
Yeah, I want a consistency. I like that. You're consistently negative, so we like that. How about that? That's the highest compliment I can give you, probably. We certainly need to work on ending the first half. We didn't end the first half well at their place either. And so that's certainly a point of emphasis for us as we move forward here. We got to get that cleaned up or it's going to cost us.
The 22-0 run in the first half that kind of controlled the game, it seemed like you got everything. At that point, you kind of pressed them out to quick shots and really got your running game going.
Yeah, we got out in transition. Q's really, really good in transition. I thought he had a good game. At the end, he was trying to force some stuff to get guys shots and to get assists and that sort of thing. But I thought he had a good game during the actual wash of the game when we were playing. And, when we're out in transition, we're really good.
Obviously able to get Evans and Cooper in on senior night. What was that like seeing Evans get the bucket in?
That was awesome. Evans does that in practice all the time. Our guys get 2 stops. You got to get 3 stops to get out a bunch of drill, and he throws some stuff in like that. So that was great to see. Look, Lamont, I say this all the time, everybody in our program is important. Everybody in our program has a responsibility that helps us win. And this scout team we had, with the scout team we have this year with Lamont and Eric Villarreal and Howard Gaskins, who's redshirting, and Cooper's been on it since he's come back, and Brewer's been on it since he's become healthy. Those guys do a great job. They prepare us. They got to learn stuff on the fly. They got to learn. They knew all of Corpus's stuff for Saturday. They turn around. They knew all of Rio Grande stuff for today. Those guys help us win. You talk about all those guys help us win. So anytime you can see them get rewarded like that in the game is awesome.
Coach, any championship, you said it well, is really difficult to win. In any way, is this tempered by the fact this is still a one-bid league and the second net cutting?
Yeah, I mean, look, we want to make the NCAA tournament. Look, I'm not trying to rain on anybody's parade, but this is just the next step in the process. We're certainly going to enjoy this step in the process, but this is not what any of us signed up for. And so we know what the mission is. We know what we signed up for. We know what we need to do here moving forward, and that's what we're that's what we're focused on.
Coach, you talk about the energy again. Like I said, last game it seemed like you guys were really getting some positivity. This time, like you said, Copeland was having so much fun there at the end of the second half. He was trying to get everybody the ball. What do you think about the energy right now?
Yeah, I think our energy is really, really good. I think our guys are playing with some pop, playing with some force, and very, very pleased with that.
Whether it's an injury case, a property case, or a business dispute, our lawyers are at the top of their game. Ask anyone who knows us. At Veron Bice, we don't enter popularity contests. The only ratings we care about are the verdicts we've obtained for our clients. Ask anyone who knows us.
I guess finishing it out with your last regular season basket, the lob dunk seems like very fitting. What were your feelings at that point?
It was crazy. I did some of the ESPN interviews afterwards, and I kind of was saying the same thing that I'm gonna get into now, and I was just very appreciative, and it was just a crazy moment. It was it just meant so much to me. I've been here for 4 years, and I'm just super appreciative. I'm very grateful for the opportunity, and I'll always be grateful and remember this place for all the love and support that I've gotten.
We talked a lot last year about kind of the turn of events from 2 years ago to last year, and here you guys are cutting down the nets again. Just what is this feeling like, cutting down the nets 2 years in a row?
It's crazy. I told somebody earlier I never thought I would have been in this position, starting where I started off as far as here. And, it's been a crazy ride over the last 4 years. And, I just never would have imagined a day that we would have been able to go back-to-back and lose 2 conference games in 2 years so far. And, like I said, I'm just grateful for every opportunity as they come. And, I'm going to keep living in the moment, keep soaking it all in, and keep on trying to give back to our fans for everything that they did for me and our team for the last 4 years.
Just rocking this crowd. Your girl trying to get wild. Now you wish I never came and you looking so lame. Cause you knocking my style, DJ, make it hot like
McNeese State hits 100 points for just the 3rd time this year. First time against a Division I foe as they win 100-65, topping off a wild celebration. And all of a sudden, McNeese now has back-to-back championships in the regular season. They will go to try to cut down the real nets in 2 weeks right here at the Legacy Center when they host the Southland Conference Tournament Championship. They've all talked about the fact that that's the tournament they want to win. That's the championship they need to win to get a second bid to the NCAA tournament, something that's never happened here at McNeese before, 2 years in a row with an NCAA tournament bid. This team has promised not only that, but Will Wade has said the goal all along is to win a game in the NCAA tournament. We'll see if they can do that. But for tonight, they're Southland Conference champs again in the regular season. We'll see you next week on Poke Nation.